day one, it wasn't all about American dreams, but there were schemes, some succeeded, others went by the boards. Orchestrated in a world that strikes melancholy chords. George was curious, but furious styles kept him indoors, out of trouble till his namesake, followed by a W, ascended to power cause he intended to devour world peace. Blindsided by rage in our darkest hour, George without the W was steady coming unleashed. And like the rest of us, he watched it in horror. Eyes wide, tried to make sense of destruction from the edge of the game. Thought about direction in life, cause George was enterprising, but realizing he didn't have his head in the game. School was secondary, cause college wasn't in the picture. And after school he worked to help his moms make rent, but had to get home by 7 to make dinner for his sister, while moms finished the shift up at the Hilton residence where she was slowly rising from room service to supervising. But with 2 kids to raise, it's like the ends were strange. She wanted better for the next generation, but the next generation of bills kept up from thinking long range.
We got airplanes flying, overseas people dying, politicians lying. I'm trying to understand the reason we should sacrifice the youth when nobody at the top is even telling us the truth. Got airplanes flying, overseas people dying, politicians lying. I'm trying to clarify the message from the misguided furious, eliminate the lies, bring truth to the curious.
This was life in America, the land of opportunity knocking but disappearing. When he answered the door, George was looking for a way to surface, thinking he missed it, but he thought for sure that on the morning he enlisted, he had found a purpose to catch the dream of building self-esteem and finally vent the anger that was making him driven eye for an eye. He remembered when the skies opened up on top of the towers. Now he thought he was feeling patriotism. George was curious of where basic training would take him. Simulating war, this was like video gaming, and George was skilled at it. George was killmatic. George was ecstatic when the game was hypothetical, never thinking about the real cost of the game. Life and limb, George was lost in the same theoretical maze, the haze of hatred. If George was going to make it, he would have to check the feelings that could drive him insane. But he remained still, trained to kill, and shipped out overseas where the anger and pain just slipped out. While his namesake, the one with the W, made sure we waged war, George was front line, taking it to him.
We got airplanes flying, overseas people dying, politicians lying. I'm trying to understand the reasons we should sacrifice the youth when nobody at the top is even telling us the truth. Got airplanes flying, overseas people dying, politicians lying. I'm trying to clarify the message from the misguided furious, eliminate the lies, bring truth to the curious.
George felt at home in the desert. The desolation made him remember the denigration he had suffered at home. The landscape was different, but the trouble the same. Children struggled through pain and violence. He wasn't alone, and inside he felt changed, though the anger remained. It switched focus. The enemy was in the same boat as he was. He started seeing what the terror reflected, as he understood feeling hopeless and neglected. The world was complicated when he tried to dissect it, and now there wasn't anger in his heart when he checked it, but his namesake, the one with the W, infected the world with false confidence. The war was expected, but George was in it, though there wasn't a way to win it. He tried to make sense of it, reflect for a minute, but no time to think. In the blink of an eye, with shots behind him, only took a second to remind him this wasn't hypothetical. Hearing screams for medical help, George climbed up under the truck to hide, but he knew the voices screaming and it wasn't mysterious. If there was a way to save them, George was curious. He climbed up on top of the truck, let off 9 shots, but time stopped. George came home in a pine box.
You don't command me. To me, your plans are in check. Commander-in-chief, you don't even command my respect. I saw you stand on the deck with Abe Lincoln, wishing your conquest of the Middle East was a mission accomplished. Told us we won the war. Were you wrong or lying? While the young lay dying, to be strong and trying hard to make it look like you haven't lost the way. Thousands of lives lost is too high cost to pay. You seek out war and try to tell us we're protected. You never won the first time, you weren't re-elected. Keeping the people scared pushed you along. That you'll ignore the nearly half of us that wanted you gone. And that's assuming the counts are accurate. If we investigated, how many voters will we find that you intimidated? At Red Alert we see a terror disease. To the fear, you feel of the will of the people. Somehow you fooled them, got them out to the polls to cast ballots for the hatred that you plan to impose. Cause when the rest of the world speaks, you choose not to listen. You're trying to build a nation full of unemployed Christians and send them into battle for a lie. Jesus didn't die for your sins, that was the working class children you sacrificed. All for a moronic era, a war on terror we can't win. How can you look in the mirror? And if you did, you still wouldn't get the picture. Your war isn't righteous, God didn't pick you. You didn't find weapons anywhere in Iraq. You fell down deep in the credibility gap. The world needs to see us bring civility back. Plus the White House never got its dignity back. And as the war rages, the economy is a disaster. You dug a hole deeper than an Orwell in Alaska. The master fact, the rats are big mistake. You keep the world from laughing at Bin Laden's escape. Your fiction is in fact, no matter how much you wish it is. Your whole will to power is a faith-based initiative. And I'm not a believer, you didn't get my vote. And hell no, you can't have my soul either. So pass a law to fill the rich people's coffers. Watch the soldiers dying and keep lying like you offered to serve. In the air guard, you must have flown a saucer. Take your 12-step and ask the hell back to Crawford. Cause I remember that your first term was stolen. You gave a new meaning to the words Dick and Cohen. This time you won the vote, but I hope this much is evident. Keep the Oval Office, but you cannot be my president.